we'll set a video review hearing if you're still in custody for August the 2nd at 1:45. However,
Thank you.
if you're out of custody, your court date is August 23rd at 9:30 in the morning in Tucson City Court. You understand you need to be present.
Yes.
And again, you don't go back to 7150 East Broadway. All right, thank you.
It. Sure.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Blue, Veronica is still at the hospital.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Is there development for them? Conduct of this one? Small one. Okay. Number.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are.
Desmond already.
Mr. Alderetti, I have charges here from June the 15th, charging you with domestic violence harassment through electronic communication. And charges from April the 30th for domestic violence disorderly conduct, 3 counts, 4 counts, and 1 count of domestic violence criminal damage. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Your next court date is July 31st at 1:45. Your bond is $1,500. You have no contact with Ayana. You're not to go to her residence, that entire apartment complex. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Right? No alcohol or legal drugs. Thank you, Mr. Court. Or, excuse me. Mr. Burdette.
He's good.
Mr. Alderific, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Over here, look.
My home. My paper? Your paper? This one?
No.
Oh, yeah, so. Sit in that corner now.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Wyatt Minter, Your Honor?
Mr. Minter. I appear to have a
Yes.
getting you to come to court. Our charge is here from October 12th, 2022 for criminal trespass and criminal damage.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just listening right now.
Looks like he didn't appear on October 25th of 2022. He was then in custody a week later on Halloween of 2022. Released and given court dates and things that were set for review because you had a felony hold at that time. Then you were released from custody and didn't appear on September the 19th. Charges of possession of paraphernalia, false reporting to law enforcement, resisting arrest on August 3rd of 2022. Failing to appear on September the 1st of 2022. And then the rest of the timeline pretty much follows. The other case. So the question is, what can we do to be sure you show up in court next time?
I'm gonna write it down and make sure that I show up on time. The last one I showed up 5 or 10 minutes late.
5 or 10 minutes later, they're still gonna see you.
Yeah, it really messed me up. So I will never let that happen again. I just write it down. I put it on my phone. And put a couple alarms like a couple days ahead, just so I make sure that I'm at the court date on time, Your Honor.
And I'll give you another chance. Your court date is August 21st at 9 a.m. in the Tucson City Court.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
No alcohol or illegal drugs,
Not at all.
substance abuse assessment, and if it recommended treatment, you need to engage in treatment. And you also don't go back to 57 and 63 East 19th Street.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Morning. Over here. Over here.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are.
My name is Courtney Mucklebust.
This is Michael. Citations charging you with domestic violence, disorderly conduct, which occurred early this morning.
Hmm. Smoking.
In jail, let me confirm from the list, we have no Spanish speakers this evening. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may.
Thank you.
Your next court date is going to be September the 3rd. At 1:30 in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court. Do you understand that you need to be present at that time?
I do understand, Your Honor.
Your conditions of release include no acts of domestic violence, absolutely no alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right? Thank you, Ms. Michaelbust.
It's
Rivera.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and
Good
you
evening.
are
Alina Rivera.
Mr. S. I have a number of things here for you. Charges here that go back to October 5th of 2018 for violation of a court order, disorderly conduct, domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, along with multiple failures to appear.
That's it. Oh. Printers. Did you print her? Oh.
I have charges from July 7th of 2019 for shoplifting, along with failures to appear. Charges from March 4th of last year. Shoplifting, failures to appear. We'll reappoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Bond will be $500. We also have an adult probation hold, so posting the bond isn't going to get you out of custody at this point. Review hearing is August the 2nd at 1:45. If you are somehow out of custody, court date's August the 29th. You're not to have any contact with the victims in this matter. You're not to go back to their residence or workplaces. You're not to go to 1650 West Valencia or 6317 East Broadway. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Let's see back in the phone. Oh. Yeah. So let's see right here.
Your Honor, this is the jail. Is it possible for us to see Mac next? First name John.
Who?
K-Mac, K-A.
Yeah.
K-A-K. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are.
Your name?
My first name is John and my last name is Kamak, K-A-K.
Mr. Mack, I have a warrant here out of the Paz County Superior Court charges from April the 8th of this year, charging with aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, there
You
was,
don't have to say anything right now.
1303. Please, sir.
I think,
And then it's out.
Thank you.
the,
Your bond is on this is going to be $7,500. We'll set a review hearing for August the 23rd at 9 a.m. in case La Paz County has not come to take you yet. If you post the bond, you need to contact La Paz County immediately.
is,
Judge, when was the review hearing set?
August 23rd at 9.
is there any?
Judge, would you consider releasing Mr. Kmack to pretrial services?
I would,
This warrant,
and I will tell you why. This is alleged to have occurred on April the 8th. At that time, he was on release in Pima County for similar charges. He pled to those charges on July the 8th and then didn't appear in La Paz County on July the 19th. I would not consider pretrial as a result. Right? Thank you.
Okay, hold on.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Adrian Devon Holloway.
Mr. Holloway. And counsel, do you wish to waive reading?
yes, Judge.
We're going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be August the 12th at 1:30 in the afternoon. You're going to be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs are considered. Monitoring and treatment is directed by pretrial services. You'll have no contact with the alleged victim or the victim's family and or any minors. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Holloway.
All right, so he'll show you where to go.
Always.
Yeah.
No. You three come on up. Well. In order that I wind up well, my chairman had Sue. Substitute or anything. Okay.
Hi.
Yeah.
I think I'm first, right?
Yeah.
God, it takes into consideration my grandchildren.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are
Sally Anderson,
Ms. Anderson. I have a number of things here for you.
okay,
I have interim complaints charging you with 2 counts of aggravated shoplifting, 2 counts of organized retail theft, alleged to have occurred earlier today.
Mhm.
We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Yes, Judge. We're asking for a $1,000 bond for Miss Anderson. She is currently being detained without bond. She does have significant medical issues. She tells me that she's supposed to have surgery tomorrow, just to outline the seriousness of it. So we're asking for a $1,000 bond for time credit, so she can resolve her other cases, her other holds, and then be able to be released on this.
so it's a brain aneurysm.
Judge, she says she has a brain aneurysm and is supposed to have surgery tomorrow. Don't see.
I can't do anything about that no bond hold, so that's out of my control. That's strictly a Superior Court matter. And anything further from the state?
Only, Your Honor, that the state could proceed with asking for a no bond hearing in this new case. And in lieu of that, we're asking for the $5,000 bond.
Preliminary hearing date is August the 2nd at 1:30. Bond is $3,500. If you post the bond, you'll be in a certificate of pretrial services, assuming that your other hold is resolved. No alcohol or no drugs, no contact with your co-defendant except through legal counsel. You don't return to the incident location, that is all of Tucson Premium Outlets. Do you understand that?
Yes,
I also have a warrant out of Marana for shoplifting, failure to appear, Units court date on this will be tomorrow at noon. Bond will be $100. And we'll appoint Janet Altsholder to represent you on these charges. And you don't go back to the incident location. Then I have charges out of Tucson City Court. Charges for criminal trespass and shoplifting on July 20th of 2021, along with numerous failures to appear. And charges from October 11th of 2019 for shoplifting, along with numerous failures to appear. You're not to return to the 5500 block of East Broadway or any other incident location. Bond will be $250. Court date will be August the 1st at 1:45. Thank you, Ms. Anderson. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Jaspreet Such.
Mr. Such. I have interim complaint charging you with being a fugitive from justice. Warrant out of California. Criminal damage. Will appoint legal defender's office to represent you. Set a review hearing for July the 29th at 2:30. Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Such, I was looking at the misdemeanor or at the warrant. I mean, it does look like it's a misdemeanor warrant. I see misdemeanor vandalism, misdemeanor damage to property. So we're asking for his release. This is a case out of California. He's a truck driver. He was arrested by ADOT at a routine inspection. He didn't realize that there was this warrant out. He has an attorney on this case. He was under the impression that the attorney was taking care of this. So he came to Arizona to bring a load. He's going back to California. He never intended to leave California for a long time. This was just for work that he was here, and there was this warrant that he wasn't aware of. So he fully intends to go back to California. He didn't know that this warrant was out there. And just to emphasize, he's a truck driver who was pulled over for a routine inspection. He wasn't trying to avoid anything. He didn't know that there was this warrant. So we're asking that he's released and instructed to go back to California and take care of this warrant.
The miscellaneous or note, there's no indication that these are misdemeanors. And the bond
Oh.
amount on the warrant is $20,000. I doubt that that's a misdemeanor bond. So I'm going to honor the bond on the warrant of $20,000. You'll be under the supervision of pretrial services if you post the bond. Again, review hearing will be July 29th at 2:30. Thank you, Mr. Such.
So you're getting held on the $20,000 bond.
All right, thank you. And Alma Turner should be LB. Turner,
Or
but I checked because it says PD. I know how to change it. You know that. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade and you are
Mandy Ann Turner.
Ms. Turner, complaint charging you with shoplifting, organized retail theft. Will appoint legal defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on condition?
No, Judge.
Preliminary hearing date is August the 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. You're going to be released to the third-party custody pretrial services. You'll participate in monitoring treatments they direct, including no alcohol or illegal drugs, no contact with your co-defendant except through legal counsel. You don't go back to Tucson Premium Outlets. Do you understand that?
Yes, thank you.
And Flores was medical reject. So what do we do? So what do we do with the paperwork? Okay. All right, that's all I have on this end.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
night.
Judge. Have a good night.
Good night. Watch you go up and the